Dear students, we have seen the concept of conditional probability and related theorems in last lecture. Today, let us see some numerical problems based on conditional probability as well as multiplication. So these are some critical points to be remembered regarding to the probability. So that are the a priori definition of probability is given by Laplace. Axiomatic definition of probability is given by Kolmogorov. The value of probability always lies between 0 and 1. The probability of impossible event is 0. Probability of sure event is always 1. Probability of a complement of an event is given by probability of a complement is equal to 1 minus probability of A. Addition law of probability. Probability of A union B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. This is the definition of conditional probability. The conditional probability of A given B is equal to probability of A intersection B divided by probability of B, provided probability of B is not equal to 0. So that means B is not an impossible event. Similarly, conditional probability of B given A is equal to probability of A intersection B given divided by probability of A, provided that A is not an impossible event. So this is multiplication theorem on probability. It gives probability of intersection of events. Probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A into probability of B given A, or probability of B into probability of A given B. And if A and B are independent, then probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A into probability of B. First problem, if probability of A is 0.3, probability of B is 0.4, probability of A intersection B is equal to 0.2, then find these conditional probabilities. So for the solution, by the definition of conditional probability, we have probability of A given B is equal to probability of A intersection B divided by probability of B. That is equal to 0.2 divided by 0.4, that is equal to 1 by 2, that is 0.5. Or second bit, probability of B given A equal to probability of A intersection B divided by probability of A, that is equal to 0.2 divided by 0.3, that is 0.4 divided by 0.6, that is 4 divided by 6, that is 0.66. Similarly, probability of A complement given B is equal to probability of A complement intersection B divided by probability of B. And as we know, probability of A complement intersection B is equal to probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. So substituting this probability here, we have probability of B minus probability of A intersection B divided by probability of B. And by substituting the corresponding values and after simplification, we have probability of A complement given B is equal to 0.5. Similarly, probability of A given B complement, by the definition of conditional probability, this will become probability of A intersection B complement divided by probability of B complement. And as probability of B complement is equal to 1 minus probability of B, and if A and B are two events, then probability that exactly A will happen is given by probability of A intersection B complement equal to probability of A minus probability of A intersection B. So substituting this equation in this equation, so we have probability of A given B complement is equal to probability of A minus probability of A intersection B divided by 1 minus probability of B. And by substituting the corresponding values, we have the final simplification 1 divided by 6, that is equal to 0.166. This is the second problem. If probability of A is equal to 0.5, probability of B is 0.6, probability of B given is 0.9, then compute the probability that A and B both will happen. Second bit, A happens given that B has already happened. So for solution, So they have given probability of A is 0.5, probability of B is 0.6, probability of B given A is equal to 0.9. We have to compute probability of A intersection B and probability of A given B. So this probability of A intersection B is given by the multiplication law, and this is given by the conditional probability. So the first bit, the probability that A and B both will happen is equal to probability of A intersection B. And by multiplication law, this becomes probability of A into probability of B given A. So probability of A is given to be 0.5, probability of B given A is given to be 0.9, and multiplication of these two is 0.45. Now for second bit, by the definition of conditional probability, the probability that A happens when B has already happened equal to probability of A given B, and this is equal to probability of A intersection B divided by probability of B. First bit, we have obtained the probability of A intersection B as 0.45. So that we substitute here, divided by probability of B is given to be 0.6, and its simplification is 0.75. Now let us see problem based on multiplication theorem on probability. A bag contains 8 white and 12 black balls. Two balls are drawn one by one without replacement. Find the probability that first bit both are white and second bit one of each color. Now to solve this problem, let us define the events. Let W denotes the event of getting white ball and B denotes the event of getting black ball, and their orders denote number of draw. Now for the first bit, as the first ball drawn is not replaced, the result of second draw depends upon the result of the first draw. The contents of the bag for the two draws are as follows. For the first draw, there are 8 white and 12 black balls. In all, there are 8 plus 12, that is 20 balls. Out of 20, 8 are white, and therefore probability of getting white ball from this situation is 8 divided by 20. So after having white ball in first draw, the situation for second draw remains. There will be 7 white balls and 12 black balls. And so the probability of drawing a white ball from this situation is given by probability of W given W. So that means probability of getting white ball when white ball has obtained in first draw equal to, as there are 7 plus 12, that is 19 balls. Out of 19, 7 are white, and therefore the probability is 7 divided by 19. And again by multiplication theorem, the probability of getting 2 white balls is equal to probability of getting white ball in first draw and white ball in second draw when white ball has obtained in first draw, that is equal to probability of W into W, that is probability of W intersection W, that is given by multiplication law, equal to probability of getting white ball in first draw into probability of getting white ball in second draw when when white ball has obtained in first draw, that is equal to so probability of getting white ball in first draw is 8 by 20, and probability of getting white ball in second draw is 9 by 7 by 19. So the multiplication is 14 divided by 95. For second bit, the probability of getting alternate color balls is equal to probability that first ball is white and second ball is black, or first ball is black and second ball is white. So that is equal to probability of W intersection B or B intersection W. So that is this one. So which is equal to probability of getting white ball in first draw and getting black ball in second draw plus probability of getting black ball in first draw when and probability of getting white ball in second draw. So again by multiplication theorem, this can be solved as, so probability of W intersection B is equal to probability of W into probability of B given W. plus probability of B intersection W is equal to probability of B into probability of W given B. And from the concept of previous bit, so it is 8 divided by 20 into 12 divided by 19 plus 12 divided by 20 into 8 divided by 19, and the final simplification is 48 divided by 95. Now let us see the next problem. From a well shuffled pack of 52 cards, 2 cards are drawn one by one without replacement. What is the probability that first bit both will be kings, second bit first will be queen, and second will be an ace? For the solution, let K denotes the event of getting king, Q denotes event of getting queen, and A denotes the event of getting ace card. As the draws are without replacement, we can use multiplication theorem on probability, and therefore the probability of getting both kings is equal to probability of getting king card at first draw as well as getting king card in second draw. So that is by multiplication theorem it becomes probability of getting king card in first draw into probability of getting king card in second draw when king card has obtained in first draw. So that is equal to 4 by 52 into 3 by 51. The final simplification is 1 divided by 221. Similarly, the probability of getting queen card first and ace card second, that is equal to probability of Q intersection A. Again by multiplication theorem, this becomes probability of Q into probability of A given Q, that is 4 divided by 52 into 4 divided by 51. The final simplification is 4 divided by 663. Next problem, there are 12 balls in a bag, 4 are red and 8 are green. 3 balls are drawn successively without replacement. What is the probability that they are in the order red, green and red? For the solution, as the balls are drawn without replacement and we want red ball in first draw, green ball in second draw and red ball in third draw. The contents of the bag for the 3 draws respectively are: for the first draw, there are 4 red and 8 green balls. After having 1 red ball in first draw, for second draw, the situation is there are 3 red and 8 green balls. After having 1 green ball in second draw, the situation for third draw is there are 3 red and 7 green balls. Therefore, the probability of drawing red ball in first draw, green ball in second draw, and red ball in third draw is equal to probability of R intersection G intersection R, that is equal to probability of getting red ball in first draw into probability of getting green ball in second draw when red ball has obtained in first draw into probability of getting red ball in third draw when red ball has obtained in first draw and green ball has obtained in second draw, and this is equal to, so probability of getting red ball in first situation is 4 divided by 12, this one. Probability of getting green ball from this second situation is 8 divided by 11, and probability of getting again a red ball from this third situation is 3 divided by 10, and after simplification it gives us equal to 4 divided by 55. In the next lecture, we shall see the concept of independence of events and the related theorems. Okay. Let us stop here. Thank you. Thank you very much.